Okay, so listen, I know that it is past 11, my usual posting time, which is 11 a.m. EST when you guys are seeing this video. That is because I'm actually filming, editing, and posting this video all on the same day. Today, we have, this video is dedicated to indie authors because I feel like I don't give them enough love on this channel, even though I'm an indie author. Like, girl, how do you not give love to, like, your own population? I don't know. So I was just like, okay, well, I'm gonna do like an indie author kind of like video. But then I realized, like, yo, you actually don't have a lot of indie author books. And I've read a ton of indie author books, trust me. But there are like some that I like, most of them I don't own because indie author books are so expensive because of Amazon, yay! Like, because Amazon takes a chunk of our portion, so we have to price them so high so we can get like a decent amount for our work, and they're so expensive to afford and stuff. So there is like, I think, one book up here at least, because I have a ton of other books, like indie author books that I've done. I cannot do an entire stack of books like I usually do in these videos, but I make this video like 40 minutes long. I don't have time to edit a 40-minute long video, then make a thumbnail and then upload it, because this uploading is gonna take like 30 minutes long. So I don't have that kind of time. So we have just a few books here. I have one book that I don't own, but I literally finished today because I was like, I have to finish this book before I do this, because I knew, like, I was halfway through and I was like, okay, this book needs to be in that video. So I was like, I want to finish this book before I film this video, because that's like the only good way to do it, okay? So I guess I can start out with that so that way I can make my editing life a whole lot easier and also get that out of the way. So the first book in this video is Breaking Point by Mads Rafferty. You guys, I've actually read Mads Rafferty's book, like her debut novel on this channel. It's called Error Broken Fate. The video is here. It's a reading vlog. It's spoiler though, so if you haven't read the book, I don't think you should read it, but if you have read the book, then I do think you should read it because there are spoilers. All my reading vlogs, not all my reading vlogs, but any reading vlog that circles around a specific book has spoilers. But if it's like a generic reading vlog, like how many pages or something, how many books or something, like that kind of stuff where it's like a challenge, it's non-spoiler, it's spoiler free. But if it's like circling around one specific book, it has spoilers. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, that's the way it has to be. But Mads Rafferty, she literally published this book, I want to say like just a few days ago, like September 1st is the day that I think this book came out, right? And it was so good. I literally, so everybody was like rating it 5 and 4 stars, and I was just like, okay, like the book, come on, I haven't seen a single bad thing about this book. The book is 21 buckaroos. So I said I will just purchase my copy later. And then I was just like, I really do want to read it though. Like, I want to read it now before, like, you know, I accidentally stumble across something I don't want to stumble upon. Because although Mads Rafferty is an indie author, she's a very popular indie author because she's on YouTube, she's on TikTok, she's on Instagram, like she's on all the things, and she's grown a platform for herself because she's been doing social media for I think about 2 or 3 years. So first of all, tea to her. So I was just like, I don't want to see something that I don't want to see, like spoilers or something, so I'm just gonna read it, right? And I don't like reading on my phone, but I've been considering a Kindle for a while because let me tell you guys why. Whenever I do read on my phone, I read the book so much faster than I do if I were to flip pages. I just don't like reading on my phone because first of all, I read to get myself off of the freaking screen time, and second of all, it also makes my eyes hurt a lot. Because I don't know what it is, but like especially like if I'm reading something on my phone or like something like that, like even when I'm like rereading my own novels, it like I don't like to do it from my computer. But I write my novels from my computer because I'm not handwriting. Like, girl, that, like, no. But I get through it, but it hurts my eyes. Like sometimes, like after I read something on my phone, or like after I've proofread or something, or like I've written on my computer, I have to just like go like this for like 5 minutes so that way my eyes can like stop hurting. So I try not to do that. But with Kindle, it's like you can put it on dark modes and stuff, and I feel like maybe it's just like the way that it's like bright on my computer. And so I just put it on dark mode on the Kindle app because I bought it for $1.99 because the book is like $4 or $5, right? But guys, I order a whole bunch of books, so I get like Amazon points for like Kindle, so it's like I get discounts and stuff, like I get money off. So I got the book for $1. I got it on discount because I had my points added up, and I was just like, I guess I can use this because I don't read on my phone. Like I said, I get all my books physical. like, I got my books physical, but I don't use those, and I've had those for a while, and they were like, well, they're either gonna expire or something. So I was just like, okay, I guess I can use it on this book. Literally read it in 2 days. I started it yesterday and I finished it like an hour ago, and I was bawling my eyes out. It was so stinking good. It was amazing. Like, it was phenomenal. Listen, Madge Rafferty, her fantasy books, they're good. You know, but fantasy isn't my main genre, so whenever I read a fantasy book, unless it's like really heavy on the romance, I'm probably not going to rate it that high, right? So her book was like, for like the first half, wasn't that heavy on the romance at all, because obviously we're following a fantasy plot. We're on a mission, girl. But like, since it was mainly fantasy, I just like, I wasn't feeling it. But then again, I don't feel a lot of fantasy books, like low-key. But I wasn't feeling it because it's fantasy. I don't like fantasy. Keep this in mind. I'm not a big fantasy reader. So when I read this book, mind blown. Honestly, like, I wasn't even surprised because she writes fantasy, like, not fantasy, she writes romance so well, so I wasn't even surprised. But like, when it comes to Madge Rafferty, I'm so used to the fantasy aspect being there that like, I literally forgot she was a fantasy like author at some point during the book. Like, it was so good. Oh my goodness. Okay, now we can get into the physical books. We have 10 physical books. If you guys want a part 2, because I have a ton more like indie author book recs that I could give you guys, let me know. But we're gonna start off with this book, Broken Pieces by 𝘰𝘱𝘦𝘯. I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. I actually arc read for this book, and I just got my physical copy like not too long ago. I just remember like flying through this book when I arc read for it. It was amazing. Like, it was so good, and like the cover is beautiful. It's pristine. It's amazing. So I actually forgot what this is about. I know it's for workplace romance, and like, it's a workplace in like an art museum, I think it was, and like, she's a painter or something. And like, listen, it's been a year since I read this book. Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. I just know it's a workplace romance. She's like his employee. Please read it. It was good. I remember loving it. It was really good. Please go read it. Trust me, you will not feel betrayed, I promise. Next one is Model Behavior by Sierra Spencer. This is a hockey romance. I was gonna say something else, but I feel like that like it would confuse you. I'll explain it to you because I do remember this one, because this was like my favorite book for like months. So I can tell you what this is loud and proud. I don't annotate books, just keep this in mind when you're looking at the sides. This was back when I used the non-see-through ones. It pains me to look at these, but girl, I'm not changing these. That sounds like a lot of work to have to go through and change some tabs just because I'm not aesthetically pleasing. I'm not doing all of that. They're my books, okay? Model Behavior by Sierra Spencer. I actually forgot the character's name. Serena and Liam. Liam is a famous hockey player, and Serena is a famous model. And basically, it's like this big PR stunt. So they fake date because they're like, what's better than a model and a hockey player dating? Like, they're both famous. They're both this, they're both that. It was literally so cute. I loved it so much. Do you see the tabs? Exactly. Okay, next up is Trip Switch by Alison Specca. I read a ton of Alison Specca books. All of them are like low spice and stuff, or there's like one book that was like, I think was closed door, I don't remember, but like she was like, it's not closed door, so maybe I just blanked it out of my memory. Who cares? Who are you to clock my tea? Exactly. So I read a ton of her books, but this is probably like my favorite that I've read from her. It was so cute. It's Grumpy Sunshine. So basically it is, I always forget characters' names, so if I look at the synopsis to see a character's name, do not judge me. I do it for a lot of books. Leave me alone. Lila and Harrison. So Lila here and Harrison, they don't get along for real. It's forced proximity, first of all. So their friends are getting married, and they're doing like this trip, like they're a combined bachelor and bachelorette trip, because they just don't feel the need to have like separate ones. Well, maybe they did have separate, it doesn't matter. I think they did have separate ones, but like this is like a conjoined trip and everything. So the characters that are hosting the little wedding party, they have their own book. It's love linked. So all of her books are connected. I think they're all connected in the same world. It's just they follow different characters that might have appeared in like past books or something. I think the only book that doesn't really share anything about other characters is the reality of it all, because that literally takes place in one area the entire book. They're going on a getaway trip for their wedding, and basically at the last minute when they land in, I believe, Rome, and then they get a call from their best friend saying, yo, where are you guys? We're here in Rome. The trip was moved to this other place, and now they can get a flight home. But if they get a flight home if they get a flight to where they have now gone, by the time they arrive, the trip will be over. So their friends just pay off like a hotel for them to stay at, and they stay at this hotel together, and they don't even like each other for real, because he's rude to her. So it's such a good book. I know like my energy is so low today, guys, but all these books I'm recommending here are good books that I think you guys would genuinely enjoy, and I'm telling you guys some of my faves. Mad Rafferty. I actually don't want to look at another Mad Rafferty book today because I was sobbing my eyes out just like an hour or two. I'm actually gonna start crying again thinking about it. Stop. I didn't expect to cry today, and she made me cry, but it doesn't matter. Air Broken Faith by Mad Rafferty. Like I said, I have a reading vlog on this one, and I know you guys heard me say like I don't really like fantasy like that. I don't like fantasy like that, so for me to go and put a fantasy book on this list should tell you everything you need to know. Now there were some points where I had to like skip some chapters because I was just like, I felt like this is unnecessary, right? It's just like a repeat and stuff. But the book itself, the plot, the book, the novel, the writing, the characters, the romance, it was good. So I'm gonna recommend it because the book was good. So basically this is about Delilah. Yeah, I'm currently reading the second book, so I know her, I have her name memorized. I have her name memorized because I'm reading the second book right now. Reading vlog coming soon, hopefully this month. This book, read it. I'm doing oh wait, I didn't even, Delilah grows up in a very chaotic, not safe household, right? And oh, I can't even tell you why she does what she does because I feel like it was like, even though it's like not a spoiler because it happens within the first 100 pages, I was shocked, so you're gonna be shocked too. Delilah runs away from her home into like into the unknown by Elsa. She runs into literally the unknown, and she wakes up and she's getting talked to by mermaids, and now all of a sudden she's in the Faelands. She's been told Fae don't exist her entire life. She's been told that Fae were extinct after some type of war. Her father hates magic. Her father hates people. Her father hates her. Her father hates everything. Her father, not even her father at this point, like literally. You know what I realized? With every single Mad Rafferty book that I've read, like this literally just clicked to me. All of the fathers in her book to the female main characters are like, hello, what the freak? All the fathers to the female main character are like literally deadbeats. No words, no comment. It's really good though. Go read it. And the cover, gorgeous. It's amazing for your shelf. You need to like read it right now. Next up is 𝘰𝘱𝘦𝘯. Once again, I'm gonna tell you guys what I told you guys like literally just a few minutes ago. I don't annotate books. I don't annotate books. I don't annotate books. This book was so good. Listen, it's a Christian romance. First of all, it's clean, right? Yeah, it's clean. Clean? This book, amazing. It's like, oh my goodness, I know Zoe. Goodness, what? Zoe is not that hard of a name. I literally read this book a few minutes ago and I rated it 5 stars. Zoe is a Christian. I don't know what the heck. Zoe's a Christian and she has her best friend Everett, who is not a Christian. Was he an atheist? I don't know. Girl, I don't know. And she's like, okay, well, I cannot date Everett because like I'm Christian, duh, and I'm not gonna like compromise my values and stuff like that for Everett. And like this entire time Everett has been like slowly getting interested in like Christianity, and so he comes to her, he's like, yo, can like you take me to church and stuff like this, and like they start like he starts to learn more about Christianity and he becomes a Christian. And so it's this entire thing basically where she cannot date him because she is a Christian, he's not, and like it progresses from there. I don't know how to explain it a better way. It's so good though. Just read it. It's so good and I loved it so much. Like I literally was having a field day with this book. I haven't read this book in over a year, but I just remember loving it, and I didn't even know there was a first book. I read this on my phone back when I had like Kindle Unlimited and stuff. It's been a minute though since I read it, so don't ask me what it's about. This one though, I can give you guys in like full description. Hello? Okay, there we go. This one I can give you guys a full description because I literally just read this book last month and I loved it. Rated it 5 stars. It was amazing. Now, if you guys watched the how many, what was it, pages? Yes, it was how many pages can I read in a week? If you guys watched that video, you guys know what I'm talking about. Diamond in the Rough by Jane Thompson. And I literally just got Shades of Red in the mail today. I was hysterical. I screamed when it came in the mail. I genuinely thought I was gonna be done with this video like 20 minutes, like not 20, 10 minutes ago. Girl, no, you know, use a yapper. Low energy or not, you're a yapper, so. Hello? Why in the world? I'll put this back on this, I'm gonna say shelf, the cart later. Whatever. So this one, oh, this is another one I have such a hard time explaining, but I know what it's about, okay? So this one, Ethan, he is, what, like an assassin for the government, but only the president know he's like an assassin. And then he gets caught one day because some guy ratted him out when they were supposed to be on a joint mission, and now he's like, if on your 20 he's in line for execution, but you can only be executed when you turn 21. So it's his 21st birthday and it gets this proposition: either you die because you're executed or you go out into like past the border. And past the border there was like a virus, right? And there's like zombies out there, basically. Like they're basically like zombies that like literally want to kill you and turn you into a zombie themselves. They don't want to eat your brains out. They just want to like bite you and they move on to the next person. So you can either die here or you can die trying to live out there. He's just like, I'm not gonna die by like y'all. Like I want to die fighting, right? So he goes across the border, and then one day he runs into Lake, and she's on a rooftop screaming because all these freaking zombies are trying to freaking bite her. So what? I need a nap. I need a nap. And I have a headache. Oh my goodness, I have a headache. Oh, peep the hat. You guys haven't seen the hat in a minute because I had the braids in, and the braids was so uncomfortable with this hat. So I had on the beanie. Where's my beanie? It's over there. It's over there. Yeah, we're back with this hat now, guys. You guys, I've done a few videos without my hats though. I feel like all my videos except for like 2 or 3 have me without my hat on, but I like to have my hats on for the video. They make me comfortable. What about it? What you gonna do about it? Exactly nothing. But Diamond in the Rough. So where was I? So they just team up because she got resources and he don't. Any other reason he would have dipped. But she got resources and he doesn't. And it's kind of just like Grumpy Sunshine. And she's like, he's abnormally tall, like taller than tall people. Type tall, like freaking 9 feet. And this book also, like, even though it's like not extremely heavy on it, it also explores a whole bunch of like Christian themes. It literally mentions it. If I can, like, I'm not gonna look for it because then I promise I'm gonna actually start crying if I try to look for something in my tired headache state. Just read the book. It's really good. I get distracted by literally everything. It's like not even funny anymore. And also I read the novella. The novella was amazing for like literally because it's so hard to like. If you're doing a novella that's under 100 pages, it's so hard to make a novella good because it's like all this information within such small pages without rushing it, but also not feeling like we're missing out on something. It was perfect, amazing. You guys should go read both of them. The next one though, this next one is actually The Ruined Royals by Madison Hall. Do you guys know who Madison Hall is? Excuse me. Ruined Royals by Madison Hall. This is a clean as in no swearing. Because people like to take clean. It's like listening to a clean song. There's no swearing, okay? So this is a clean YA fantasy novel that I wrote. It took me 3.5 years to write. I'm getting the hang of it though. I'm getting the hang of it. But The Ruined Royals. It is the first in the Broken Royals trilogy. I worked so hard on this book. So I do hope that you enjoy it, you love it. It's about 2 girls, different backgrounds, and they both discover they are part of the royal family. But upon arrival, they discover that, yo, the staff is actually out to kill us. Like, they literally want us beheaded, right? And there's also a curse looming over the castle, which, great, we have 2 conflicts. 2 conflicts. Sounds like a lot of work. And I need to go to sleep. I can't even describe my own book. Oh my goodness. And Oh right, they have magic, and they have to like their magic is also completely different. Like Bouncing can talk to animals, Amira can make fire. Does that even sound like they correlate? No. So to put all of that aside, form an alliance and try to break the curse, and also like not die, because I feel like that's kind of the most important part, not dying. Yeah, and you guys can hear more about it on Amazon, not Amazon, you guys can hear more about it on TikTok and Instagram. Follow me up there on both of them, and it's on Amazon right now. You guys can check the link in my bio for my Etsy to get signed personalized copies. Little promo right there. The next one is Date with Danger, another book that I read on my phone, the Kindle app. I was gonna say my Kindle, but I don't have a Kindle, so on my Kindle app. And this was so good. Actually, like, I fell in love. So literally Amelia Quinn is like obsessed with like all this like FBI agent stuff, but she's also trying to get back into dating. So she goes on a dating app and she goes to the restaurant, and when she gets there, it's like she's with this dude, and this dude doesn't even know who she is, and she ends up getting herself into like this FBI agent kind of thing because her date didn't show up, so she went and sat with the wrong person. And this dude actually turns out to be like an FBI agent, right? He's an FBI agent, and this FBI agent is trying to do his job, and they weren't like bumping, like literally she comes at his table while he's on a mission, while he's on the clock, and things just progress from there because now she's inside of this entire investigation. Now she's included in it, like there's like, and so she's thrilled. And the last book is How Papers Don't Lie by Maeve Hazel. Is literally where I read this book like really early of last year. I don't remember, but I just remember loving it. Yeah, but that is all for today's video. Hope you guys all enjoyed. Thank you all so much for watching. I love you all so much. Maddie out kisses. Mwah. Maddie out and goodbye.